Hi, I'm Auden of LuLaRoe Auden. I am filming this today to discuss why discounting the product devalues your brand and LuLaRoe's brand and what to do instead. So I started selling LuLaRoe in July of 2016. It has been quite the learning experience. Positive, definitely, but I've moved cross country twice. I'm 32 weeks pregnant today. My husband is deployed, so it hasn't been without its challenges, but I've still continued to grow my business, which is awesome, and I found it very fulfilling. So with all of that is going on, I'm still here and excited about it, and so that's why I wanted to share with you guys some things I've learned about discounting. So why do I sell LuLaRoe? For me, it all comes down to love. I want people to love themselves and love each other, and promote a culture of respect and kindness, and I really think that LuLaRoe does that. And I think part of it is just having clothes that, you can shop 0 to 24, same room, same party, and having things that are flattering on your figure but also feel good is just amazing. Because when I feel uncomfortable in a garment, you can tell. And it's hard for me to feel confident and show myself that, love that I'm talking about. Okay, so with this whole branding discussion, we need to start with personal brand. So personal brand is the way in which we represent ourselves. We want to represent ourselves strongly, consistently, and we do this basically all the time. The way we dress, the way we walk, how we talk, what kind of pictures we post, the things we write and say, and it's across platforms. It's in person, on the phone, text, social media, even the littlest interactions, like the cashier at the grocery store. You're still projecting a personal brand. So my advice on personal branding is to be yourself. And so if we were gonna if we were gonna get into personal branding, we could spend, weeks on this, but this is just a quick overview. So be yourself. Customers can tell, people can tell when you're being something that you're not. Be authentic, but keep it classy. There's such a thing as too genuine. So they talk a lot about fake it till you become it. Deanne mentioned, sorry, I got some background going on. Deanne mentioned it on the January 13th, 2017 home office call, fake it until you become it. And I think that's huge. We are experts in the garment business. And it's our job, and we're good at it, and we need to know that we're good at it. And that's going to come across in our interactions and become a part of our personal brand. And I say our, but everyone has their own individual brand, but we're working off of LuLaRoe's brand, and we'll get into that. So my personal brand is Sparky Introvert, is what I like to say. I seem pretty introverted on this video. It's hard to be sparky when you're working off some notes. Let's be real. But yeah, so, and I'm genuine with that. I am not gonna be a bubbly extrovert, because that's not who I am. That's not to say I'm not friendly. I don't, I smile and introduce myself to people, but it's still being genuine and true to who I am, while also interacting well with my customers and other consultants and just everybody. So, being myself with my VIPs is key. And you need to be consistent. You can't, try to be the perfect introvert that you think you should be, or extrovert that you think you should be, one day, and then go back to like being yourself, which might not be that way the next day. So, an example of somebody with a really strong, like an individual who has a very strong personal brand is Tim Tebow. He was a football player, is well known for kneeling after touchdowns to pray, I believe. I don't really watch football, but I know about his brand. So that's sort of what I'm getting at here. I could not even tell you what team he was on, but I know that Tim Tebow is somebody who represents himself as a person of integrity and respect, who cares for other people. Like, even I've heard of the story, I think he was playing baseball at the time. A man in the stands had a seizure, and he went to the person and stayed with him and prayed with him until, I think, like, help came or something. But the point is, I know what Tim Tebow is trying to project as his personal brand. And I feel like I know him, even though I don't. And that's kind of exactly how you want your customers to feel. You want to make that personal connection with them. Okay, so let's talk about LuLaRoe's brand. How do they define their brand? Well, the mission statement of LuLaRoe is everywhere. It's on the tags of the clothes even. LuLaRoe, where through fashion we create freedom, serve others, and strengthen families. A place where lives are being blessed and dreams achieved through love, confidence, purpose, and growth. That's an awesome mission statement. And they seem to, they really do stick to that. Not seem, they do. You can see that through their Instagram feed. It is upbeat, positive, quirky, full of love, confidence, and purpose, which is right in their mission statement. So that's like through the images. You can see through the language they use. They talk about blessing others. Bless and release is a huge concept for LuLaRoe. Be a day maker. Team. Together, everyone achieves more. And these are just a couple of the big ones that I just like came up with off the top of my head. Whoops. And then also on that home office call, I think it was January 3rd, Mark was talking about the importance of maintaining the culture of LuLaRoe, which I think plays into the brand. So they say that, he said, LuLaRoe culture is one of supporting you to strengthen your life, to give you more freedom in your life through selling clothes for consultants. The customer experience, buying the product from consultants, should be comfortable and warm. Do you serve your customer? And I thought that was really interesting that he just went through that and underscored LuLaRoe's culture or brand. An example of another company with a very strong brand that we can all relate to, Starbucks. What do we know about Starbucks? Good coffee, good bathrooms, okay pastries. So, what is discounting? Since we're talking about the effect of discounting on LuLaRoe's brand. So discounting is when we don't sell a product at or above the minimum authorized price put out by LuLaRoe. Technically, it is allowed. There are ways to do it. There are many ways to do it wrong. But it's things like taking a percentage off, buy two, get one free, free shipping all the time, Lula Cash giveaways, for everybody who makes a purpose. Like a giveaway, I shouldn't have used that word because that's kind of different. But like when you say everyone who buys, a Randy will get $10 in Lula Cash, that's a discount. I'm sure there are more that I'm not listing. Sort of like shady discounting areas are the Lula Cash is a giveaway and free shipping, stuff like that. I do both of those. Like, I'm here to be open with you guys. That is what I do, in addition to other giveaways. So I have discounted before. All the moving, everything going on, definitely I have discounted one time. For one of the moves, I did a 15% off discount. And I did not advertise that on my page. I did it in a LuLaRoe approved manner. Approved as in, like, you're not going to get in trouble for doing it this way. And it was amazing. People purchased so much more. It felt amazing for me. And it was also, you know, like, sort of the same concept as how many times have you had a customer win $5 in Lula Cash in a giveaway and then suddenly spend $100 when they weren't necessarily going to buy before? So for this reason, and that rush you feel, I mean, I felt it, discounting can be very alluring and attractive to consultants, as well as to customers, but especially, like, as a consultant, it's hard to stay away once you try it. But we should not be discounting, and I'm going to talk about why. So what about discounting devalues or cheapens your personal brand? So I've seen customers comment on a Facebook pop-up, "Is this item discounted?" And that is the absolute worst thing in the world. You do not want to hear that. Somebody's considering buying something, but, you know, 5, 10, 15% off would influence them to buy it because our product is fantastic. It is limited edition. It is luxe. That's not something we want to see, people requesting discounts. And everybody who we all love a good bargain. We all do. It's just the way that it is. But think about retailers who never discount. And that's what we are. We are retailers. Those products, those retailers who never discount, they are desirable. You don't wait to purchase things from them. You want to snatch up that product while it's available because it's a superior product. And we, LuLaRoe consultants, have a superior product. And we need to make sure that we wouldn't be discounting that. So discounting makes the product less desirable. Less of an item that someone needs to jump on right away and acquire now. Another example of somebody who doesn't discount would be Apple. Like, I, for my birthday, got the Apple Watch. If I thought it would go on sale soon, in the next year, then I would have waited because I like a bargain like everyone else. But I know Apple, and I know that that Apple Watch is not going to go on sale. So if it's my birthday or something and somebody wants to get me a gift, I'm gonna say, you know, I'd really like this, and I'm not gonna wait. So I guess conversely, an example of somebody who discounts frequently would be, let's see, like Banana Republic discounts a lot. I'm trying to think of a really good example. Pretty much like when we wait for those after Christmas sales at any department store, any retailer that is known for doing those, that's not good. You don't want your LuLaRoe customers waiting for that, you know, sort of after Christmas sale type mentality. Discounting also says something about you. You don't believe in your product. You don't stand behind your product at this price point. If you have utter conviction that LuLaRoe is a fabulous and desirable product, you will not discount. Another example of a company that never discounts, that is very desirable, North Face. I mean, I won't say never. Okay, so how does you discounting devalue LuLaRoe's brand? So you aren't selling at MAP. There are so many trainings on the product, what makes this product special, the construction, the value in it, that there really is no reason to discount. Because each of us, each consultant is a representative of LuLaRoe. So what you say and do is basically the same as if LuLaRoe said and did that from the customer's perspective. I as a customer don't really distinguish between the individual consultant and the brand, if you think about other direct sales companies. How you discounting devalues my brand. So I represent LuLaRoe, you represent LuLaRoe. When you do something to hurt your brand and LuLaRoe's brand, it hurts me. And this goes for discounting, but also anything you do. If you're on a live on Facebook swearing and drinking and not representing yourself well, that's going to reflect poorly on me and on LuLaRoe. But specifically to discounting, people start saying things like, but Susie Smith did 10% off for me because this is Veterans Day weekend. So why can't you give me a 10% discount? You can still be a day maker. You can still give those little kindnesses. Maybe you throw in a free pair of leggings for somebody who's having a hard time, or something else that I've seen people include, little hair ties or gifts or, just little things that you can do to show people that you care that isn't advertising a discount. I don't want to, back to the Susie Smith example, where consultant Susie Smith is giving 10% off for Veterans Day and I am not. I don't want to have to re-educate Susie Smith's customer on the intrinsic value of LuLaRoe clothing and brand. So I just don't do it. We all are in this together. Together everyone achieves more. I don't want to have to re-educate your customer. Okay, so if we are worried about our brand integrity, what are we supposed to do if we can't discount or don't discount? So there are a lot of trainings out there on this, on moving product. And so I'm just going to gloss through some stuff. Be patient. When seasoned consultants say everything sells, it does. When I first started out, I haven't been doing this very long in the grand scheme of things. When you consider how old LuLaRoe as a company is, people who have been doing this 2-3 years are very seasoned. When they say everything sells, it does sell. I didn't initially really believe it, but once you do it, you see that it really does. Duplicates are sort of a pride point, in my opinion. I celebrate when I sell the last pair of 7 pairs of leggings in a print that I personally didn't like, because maybe it took me a couple months, but when that 7th one goes, there's a celebration. Finding fresh eyes, new customers. I've noticed that some prints that don't sell well online sell well in in-home pop-ups. I've also found that they do well in hostess pop-ups, like private Facebook hostesses. And make sure when you do those private Facebook hostesses that they're adding people who don't already wear LuLaRoe. Because if you already wear LuLaRoe, you probably have some go-to consultants, or you probably have an idea of maybe what your quote-unquote unicorn prints are. And you want to reach those people who don't have unicorns and have never worn LuLaRoe. Okay, so mystery sales. If you have a great reputation or personal brand for good taste and integrity, people will purchase mystery bags from you because they trust that you will choose a print that will look good on them. So if you're working on that stylist, fashion consultant, expert, personal brand, mystery bags are a great way to go. Also, I've seen people do things like the subscription boxes. I'm sure there are a ton of other ways that people talk about moving product. Those are just a few to get you started brainstorming. I hope this was helpful. Please feel free to reach out to me, LuLaRoeAuden@gmail.com. If you have any questions, if you have questions about LuLaRoe, if you need anything, just let me know.